In this example, I need to factor completely the trinomial 5x squared plus 30x minus 80. What's the first thing we do with every single factoring problem? We look to see if there's a greatest common factor between all the terms. My numbers are 5, 30, and 80. They're all divisible by 5, so I can definitely factor out a 5. Does every term have an x? No, so I cannot factor out a variable. So my GCF, or my greatest common factor, is a 5. When I factor a 5 out of 5x squared, it leaves 1x squared, or just x squared, behind. Plus 5 goes into 36 times, so I have plus 6x. Minus 5 goes into 80 16 times, so I have minus 16. Now I'm going to factor x squared plus 6x minus 16, which is going to be a whole lot easier than factoring my original expression, as the numbers are a lot smaller. Now in this expression, there's no remaining common factor, so I'm going to compare it to ax squared plus bx plus c. A is the coefficient of the x squared term. Well, what's the coefficient of this x squared term? We're too efficient to write it, but there is a 1 there. So A is 1. B is the coefficient of the x term. It is 6. And C is the constant term. It is negative 16. Multiply A times C. 1 times negative 16 is negative 16. So I need two numbers that multiply to negative 16 and add to B, which is 6. Now, as my two numbers multiply to a negative, they have to have opposite signs. And since they add to a positive, the one with the larger absolute value has to be the positive number. Hopefully, these two numbers come to you quickly, but if not, I'm going to show you a systematic method of finding them. I start with 1 in the number, but since they have to add to a positive, I'm going to have a negative 1 and a positive 16. Those multiply to negative 16. Negative 1 plus 16, those add up to 15, not the number I'm looking for. Does 2 go into 16? Yes, so I'm going to have negative 2 times positive 8 gives me negative 16. Negative 2 plus 8, this is looking good. Negative 2 plus 8 is 6. Is that the number I'm looking for? Yes. And in this case, as A is 1, these are the factors. So what I'm going to have is, don't forget, we must bring down our GCF of 5. And then I'm going to have the binomials x minus 2 times x plus 8. And now I have completely factored that trinomial. And if you want to check it, you FOIL out these two binomials, distribute in the 5, and you will get the original expression.